What's up, my Pungios? Andy with Allgamesplayed. Excited to share with you guys a lot more content, and this time being the release of the new Pokemon Sword and Shield Switch Lite. This is really exciting. It looks really cool. That little intro was just me trying to be artsy-fartsy. Thanks so much for putting up with that. But on to the unboxing and kind of more of the details behind the Switch compared to the other Switch. So obviously the Nintendo Switch Lite has been out for a while, but this version is just brand new. It came out today. It actually ran out throughout all my whole state at Best Buy, which was kind of exciting, so I'm glad that I picked it up back in August. A few things that you'll note: it is much lighter. Apparently the Nintendo Switch is 0.88 pounds, whereas this Switch Lite is 0.61 pounds. You notice the screen is substantially smaller. It's still a touch screen. Instead of it being 6.2 inches diagonally, it's 5.5. You're going to notice that it's much smaller in also size and width and height. You'll also notice here that a few things on the front face where the controllers are different. Yes, they don't use Joy-Cons. It's integrated. And you'll also notice on the left-hand side that instead of single buttons, you'll have a D-pad. On the back, you've got the really cool decal of the two legendary Pokemon for Sword and Shield. You'll notice on the top that the buttons are from left to right. You've got the power button, the volume rocker, then you've got the fan, the headphone jack, and then you've got the game card tray. On the bottom, you've got the port for the USB Type-C, and then on the corner here, you've got the tray for the SD card. The SD card's the same. It supports up to 2 terabytes, all encompassed in this nice light gray plastic casing. That's another thing that I noticed. It's all plastic. There really isn't much metal to it, so that's probably why it's much lighter. The analog sticks are perfect, and they look really good. You've got the teal blue and the, I don't know what red that is. Maybe a maroon? Kind of looks maroon. I wanted to compare the devices side by side. I wanted to put the Pokemon Sword and Shield versus the Pikachu and Eevee version of the Switch, and you can notice that they're about the same width, but you can tell that obviously the older Switch is much longer, much heavier, much heftier, and much higher quality as far as build quality. The screen itself is almost as long as the entire Switch Lite itself. I ended up getting a case, which is mandatory. It came with a screen, which is nice too. You can also put your games inside of it as well. Well, that's pretty much it. This is the Switch. This is it. I mean, this is very nostalgic. Brings me back to when I got my first Game Boy, back when I was like 4 or 5 for Christmas. We got the original Game Boy, and this definitely brings me back. It is very light. The battery is pretty good, although it is smaller. I think it's maybe a quarter the size of the ampage or whatever you call it, milliamp. Other than that, it's a great handheld. I mean, I'm really excited to go on trips, to go on the airplane, to play this, despite not being able to do it on tabletop mode or TV mode. Guys, if you like this content, if you think this is interesting, let me know down in the comments below. My name is Andy. This is Allgamesplayed. Signing out.